an article that I came across yesterday. Boy, technology just failed at the worst possible times.
Always.
You pull it up. All right, so it was just an article on Asworth News Network with commendations to. Jeez, yeah, I'm not getting this thing at all. Let me take off this
In
Wi-Fi.
the middle of the segment, the battery dead. Bam.
No, it's not battery dead.
I know. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
This is so weird.
Isn't it? Good morning to all the Vincentians who are doing spectacularly right now. Giving us a little fever and what's not. Good morning to the folks who have checked in on the live. This segment we wanted to take about 5 minutes to big up some Vincies right about now. And as soon as we said that we're gonna do it, it just bloop, just disappeared. But in the meantime, I want to give kudos to Handel Roban. He will be representing St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the Paris Olympics, as well as Shafika. Sorry, I can't believe I meant that mistake. Oh, send me a letter. Shafika
Right.
Maloney. Yes. Kudos to you. Did you get it?
No, all right. Listeners, we sincerely apologize.
And right?
Yeah, it ain't our fault
So-
either, but we apologize nonetheless.
Kudos
Alright.
to the 6 Vincentian recruits who have successfully completed their British-based British Army basic trainings, probably because I'm not reading it in the accent. Yeah. So Akeem, where's Sam?
Oh, you get it?
Yeah, I know
Oh.
Akeem. Let me zoom in and make sure if it's
the excitement in her voice. My.
Panman and a Panman.
Oh,
Congrats, man. Congrats. Let me see if I know any of them. And then y'all single. Kidding. Get me an army man.
oh, Laura, try to advertise yourself, yes?
I'm not advertising myself. I'm just like checking. Ignore that.
Could you
Ignore
read the
that. Sorry.
article, Christal?
So 6 recruits: Akeem Hanaway, Josav. Can't do Josav. His name too hard to pronounce. Kishan Stevens, Casey Peniston, Brad Richards, Romancio Lewis have successfully completed their British Army basic training at the Infantry Training Center, Catterick. So kudos and congratulations. So it was a 3-month-long training program that started on the 7th of April, and it was designed to equip them with essential military skills and disciplines. And it ended on the 4th of July. So it was graced by the presence of Marion Glasgow, chairperson of the SVG Association, reading, and project manager of the National Council of SVG Associations UK. So we're gonna have to cut that short. If you want to read more, of course, it's on annsvg.com. But I didn't even know Akeem wasn't listening. But big up yourselves,
Well,
of
no,
course.
you know.
Opportunities are there. You just gotta be in a position to grab them.
Mhm.
All right. So
All right, there was another.
Army man.
Another.
Oh, yes.
I'm worried about Crystal sometimes, folks.
should-
I honestly
you see,
am.
yesterday when I was
honestly am.
down and out and I didn't have no voice, boy. Oh God. Now I back up, you're worried. Oh God.
I am very worried about you.
Oh God. You don't want me back up and running.
All right, so the timer in SPG, it is quickly approaching 8:45. And at this time, we will present to you our courts desk. All right.
It's the Quartz Appliance event. Cook it, try it, bake it on a new Mabe 30-inch gas stove for only $2,399. Stack it, pack it, and chill it with a Frigidaire 12 cubic foot fridge for $2,799. Laundry piling up, wash it, spin it, dry it, and save $400 with this Mabe 19 kg top load washing machine. Now only $2,399. Get it now and pay later. It's the Quartz Appliance event only at Quartz, bringing value home. Offer ends July 24th, 2024. Conditions apply.
99.9, the heart and soul of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. WEFM is SVG.
Oh Lord,
Look,
this
Lisa.
is one of those mornings.
Oh, no.
Listeners, we sincerely apologize.
Why are you saying
I
sorry?
don't. Oh Lord,
mash
Lisa,
up
good
something?
morning. How are you?
Good morning, ladies. Very
Good morning,
special.
Lisa.
Listen, it's a lot going on here in studio. A lot.
Yeah, too much.
Oh, good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. A very pleasant Friday morning. It's wet on the outside. I know some persons are happy for the rain. I know some persons aren't. But in everything, we have to give thanks, right? For those persons who woke up this morning with a roof over their head and utilities, you are very, very fortunate because there are a lot of persons in our midst and in our on our islands who don't have those facilities this morning. So I want to have a little different conversation today, because obviously after the passing of Beryl, we have had quite a number of persons, especially our customers, who have been affected by the aftermath of Beryl. And I mean, our hearts go out to everybody, both on the mainland, but especially to those persons in the Grenadines. I mean, we hold them very near and dear to us. We feel like family when we go down and we visit the Grenadines. So that hit is a hit for us as well. And we just want to pledge our solidarity in terms of providing some sort of support, which we will do in the next couple of days through one or two of the more established entities to make sure that the relief gets to the person who needs it. And not only that, but what they need is what we send. So hence the reason we've been holding off a little bit, because we don't want to send stuff that they don't necessarily need. And we want to make sure that who we give it to, they're going to make sure that it gets to them. So for those persons, first of all, who have been affected because you've had an account with Courts, whether your item was damaged or completely destroyed, we would like for you to reach out to us. If you are on the mainland, if you came up, you're in a shelter, or if you have some means of reaching out to us via telephone, we're asking you please to make contact with us one way or the other so that we can start that conversation with you. A lot of persons may be covered under our payment protection plan. And that's one of the reasons we stress so much when you come into the store and you're taking out an item to ask about the additional coverage that we offer, because that coverage will take care of situations like this where you have been affected by a storm or natural disaster. It's a case where your item can be completely reissued, or we can fix it if it has to be fixed. So there is a number. I'm going to repeat it during the course of the program. So it's 456-1325, and the extension or the extensions are 2264 or 2260. So let me just repeat that number again. It's 456-1325, extension 2264. And any one of the ladies who answer would be able to give you more information in terms of what they need for us to process the claims. We're asking persons, please, if you can, if you have a picture or if you have a video of the item that was damaged, secure that. If you don't have it, because I mean, with the type of wind that we had, some items were taken away. They were blown miles from where you actually were living. If you have a picture at least of the structure, your house, if it lost the roof or whatever it is, take a picture of that at least, so that we can use that to process the claim with the insurers. All right, but we need some sort, as with everything else, we need some sort of evidence, pictorial evidence that we can show that, you know, we're starting the process with the claim and that the item was damaged or completely destroyed. For those persons who did not have an item, but they've in some way or the other might have taken out either a cash loan from us, or glasses or whatever it is that is not necessarily tangible, we're asking you to also reach out to us. There are some persons whose job, they don't know when they're going to go back to the employers. So we're asking you to please make that contact as well, either at our Ready Cash branch or our main store, so that we can have that conversation. I also want to go further to ask businesses who may have been affected to send us your list or your staff list, so that way we can go through the list, determine which staff members on your list are our courts customers, and we can reach out to them, because there are some persons who may not be able to make contact with us. The employees might be situated overseas, or they might not have a phone, whatever the reason is. So we're trying to see different avenues in which we can reach our customers and how we can start the claims process for them. So as I mentioned, if you can reach out to us directly, if you're a courts customer and your item was destroyed or damaged and you want to start processing the claim, you can call us at 456-1325, extension 2264 or 2260. Speak to any of the ladies who answer, or to businesses who have been affected. We're asking you, please, if you can send to us, you can email it to us. You can send it to me. It's Lisa_Vera, LISA_VEIRA at unicomer.com. Once you send that list to us, we can then vet it against our database and see which of your employees are our customers, and we can then reach out to them individually.
I like that proactive approach,
Right?
Lisa.
So we have to. We have to understand that there are persons who are not just displaced, but persons who we still cannot reach and who cannot reach us. So we want to work on their behalf as well.
And not just that as well, there are persons, once you owe something, you're going to be owing something, and that is also going to be on their mind. So they may not necessarily think to even reach out,
Right.
So.
And I mean, there's also a case where if the item, if you've been paying for the item and you have a certain amount of payments left back, we can settle it for you.
Okay.
So that's another coverage that our payment protection plan has. So, and that's why I stress it so much when I come. When you come in to take out your item, ask about the payment protection plan. We're just in the beginning of the hurricane season. It's just started. God forbid if we have to encounter anything again like this. So I'm appealing not just to our customers, present customers, but to potential customers, persons who are going to come in to take out an item as well. Please have that conversation with our CSRs. It is not expensive when you consider the returns that you get from what you're going to pay. It's literally a couple dollars a month if you're doing it on hire purchase that you're going to pay. Right? And as I said, the returns are great compared versus what you're going to be paying. So again, when you come into the store, you're going to take out an item, whether it be cash or credit, because you can add that payment protection plan even to a cash purchase. Right? Have that conversation with our team. To those persons who are living in the diaspora and you want to make that purchase, you might have a family member back home who may have had damage and they need to get some items replaced. And for somewhere or the other, you're not able to make that. You can't do it from up there because they need something urgent. It could be a mattress, it could be a stove, it could be a fridge, and they need to get it now. Remember that we do have that facility set up where you can visit our branches in Brooklyn and in Queens, and you can make that purchase for your loved ones back home. Once you've done that, we will ensure that the item is not just cleared and delivered, but if we have to do the installation as well of the item, we can do that. In some cases, we can even take the old item from where it is and we can dump it. Right? So it's a service that we are providing. We've continually provided it to persons in the diaspora, but especially now during this time where you really want to get things urgently to your family members back home. This is one means in which we can do that. And remember that the item is also covered. There is a 1-year warranty on most of the items. So again, another option that I just want to throw out there for those persons who are listening. We also have our optical department. A lot of persons, I mean, for one way or the other, might have lost their glasses. For some people, glasses are a necessity. So you can come in, get your eyes tested or retested for free. We are actually working on what we can do in terms of a program for our customers who are affected by the storm. We haven't rolled it out yet, but trust me, we are really trying to discuss as best we can how we can look after our people who have been affected, right? But in the meantime, please, if you need to get your eyes tested, remember that it is free. That option is there. You can come in and get your eyes tested for free. We do offer that 15% discount for persons who may have gone somewhere else and tested their eyes, but they need to get that purchase done. We will give you 15% off the purchase if you come in and make your purchase at Courts, at our optical department. For persons who also may need a loan for whatever reason, remember that we do offer cash loans at our Ready Cash branch and also at our main store. So you can come in and also have that conversation. School is gonna start back the next month or two. Persons might need some extra funds at this time to get their school books, get the children uniforms, whatever it is that they need, or whatever the need is at this time. We have that facility as well available.
All right. And do you still have the combo deals on? Let's say my fridge and my stove got damaged. I think that there was a program with a combo deal, like
What
two
we are
paired
offering now,
appliances.
what we are offering now is our appliance event.
Okay.
And we are actually offering up to 20% off on selected items. There are some items that you will get a free gift with. So you probably might get like a blender with a stove or an iron with a washing machine. So there are complementary items that we have available as well in store for those persons who are looking for that. We've had a number of persons as well who've come in, persons who are returning nationals, persons who have decided to come back to St. Vincent to live. And they've been asking about, if I make my purchase with you, what special can you do? And of course, we will work with them. So again, it's a constant conversation. It's a one-on-one conversation, obviously, as you deal with the individuals. But we try our very best to make sure that when a customer comes into the store, we can offer them the best price and the best offer in terms of making their purchase. Right. So again, before I leave, I just want to throw out those numbers to persons who may have been affected with the sum. If you have an item that was damaged or completely destroyed, and we need to reach out to us so that we can start the claims process, it's 456-1325, extension 2264 or 2260. Remember that we would need some sort of pictorial evidence. So if you don't have a picture of the item that was damaged, but you have a picture of the structure of the building that you resided in, then that could also work. Because if you tell me that your mattress got water sogged and you show me a picture with the roof off, then there's no way that an insurance claim can tell you that that didn't happen if you can't find the mattress. Right? So I'm just making sure that persons capture these images so that when we start to have the conversation, that you can say, oh, well, I didn't know. Because as with all insurance companies, they would require some sort of evidence that they can start the claim with. For persons who are not sure about their jobs because of the passing of burial and they want to reach out, same process, get on to somebody in credit. And again, I'm appealing to businesses who, for some reason, may not be able to reopen because of the passing of burial. Please, if you can send us your staff list, we will then go through it and we can then contact your employers who are our customers, and we can determine, those persons who we need to reach out to in terms of processing a claim on their behalf, right? So again, we really want to, again, show solidarity with those persons who have been affected. Our hearts goes out to them. I can't even begin to imagine what people are going through. People have lost everything. When I say everything, I mean, we've spoken to persons who, they not only lost their business, they lost their homes. Some persons even lost family members, right? So we will try our very, very best to see how we can get our donation to those persons in need through the entities that we think will do the best job. So we will be sending down our relief in the next couple of days as well to those persons in the Grenadines. But again, we will rise from this. The Grenadines is a very, very strong group of islands, and I know that they're very resilient. So our thoughts and prayers are with you. at this time. But again, we stand firm that, we will see a better Grenadines after this whole rebuilding process. So guys, have a great day. Have a great Friday.
Before you go, somebody is asking on the live, what about your carnival loans?
Well, Carnival is finished,
Mhm.
but we do have the regular loans that we are offering. You can get up to $20,000 available. We also have our payday loans, which is up to $1,000 interest free. So you can come in, take out a payday loan, and you just pay back the amount plus $15. That's all the extra that you're paying.
Mhm.
15 or no, sorry, $35, which is the documentation fee. There is no interest applied to the payday loans because of the period of time in which you have to repay. All right. So I hope that answers the question. And that can be done either at our Courts Ready Cash branch, directly opposite BOSVG or the General Post Office, or at our main branch in Kingston.
And Lisa, maybe for next occasion, the next occasion, remember that list that I was asking you about of business places?
Oh, yes.
Right. If you
yes.
could bring that.
I
so-
can bring that.
Right. Make
I can
mention
bring
of
that for next time. So persons can, because we did have, I think off the top of my head, we did have a hardware store that was on it.
Right.
So if it is that persons probably need to get lumber and material, they can do that transaction through us, and then they just make the payments as they do. So no problem. I will I'll bring that for my next session. Ladies, have a
Cool,
good
yeah.
Friday and a good weekend.
Same
You
to
as well. You as well. And
you.
thanks as usual for being here with us. All right. So that was our core